Okay, I'm going to show you how to anneal with flux. Many metalsmiths that I know always put flux all over their metal, silver in particular when they're working. It does help prevent over-oxidation, and it does help prevent from fire scale. I sometimes do and sometimes don't. I would encourage you guys to go ahead and try both ways and see what the benefits are for you. One of the benefits is that the flux is a great temperature indicator. So if you're unsure on annealing sterling silver and you need a little bit of a guide, the flux is a way to help you understand what temperature it is. I'm going to use my rosebud tip on my Smith mini torch. If you're working it with a home torch, even your benzomatic will work. One of these guys. With this size stock, you can even use one of the creme brulee torches, which are relatively safe. But I'm going to use this rosebud tip. Okay, so once again, as always, flammable gas first. I'm going to add my oxygen slowly. This isn't a real thick fan, so I don't need to go too hot. I'm going to turn it down. Okay, so the flux is going to foam up first. That's just drying out. It's then going to relax. When the flux starts to get really liquidy and flow all over the metal and kind of put a nice even glossy coat, then I'm getting close to the annealing temperature. When it goes just past that, which will be in just a few seconds. See, this is nice and glossy. Now the flux is starting to get heated up just a little bit. Still glossy. You see some of the corners here and here. They're starting to get darkened spots. And I'm also looking at the reflective flame. It's now turned orange. If you notice that, then I know I'm annealed. I'm going to shut my torch off. So the flux is still relatively clean. You'll notice on the back the flux wore off a little bit, which is just fine, but that will be an annealed piece of silver. Also, remember, always anneal on a either soft brick or a brick that's not going to pull away the heat from your piece. This is a vermiculite brick. This is a honeycomb brick. Those are fine. Soft brick like I have underneath here is fine. You wouldn't want to use a hard brick like this for annealing. It's just going to suck up too much of the heat. This is another way you can tell if your sterling silver is annealed. I'm using a plain black Sharpie and going to scribble on my metal. I'll let that Sharpie dry. This is not my preferred method of testing for the temperature for annealing, but some people find it really helpful. Basically, what you're looking for is you're looking for the Sharpie to burn off. That's a good temperature indicator for roughly around the annealing temperature for sterling silver. But mostly, like the other videos, I'm looking for the reflective flame to turn from a blue color to an orange color, and paying attention to the surface of the silver to make sure that it's not turning red, but it's very hot. And where the flame is, there's a clean spot, and where the flame is lifted away from the silver is slightly oxidized. So let's get started. Gas first. Oxygen slowly. Again, not too hot of a flame. There's a little bit of orange flickering at the end. And just going to heat my metal evenly. The trouble I find with the Sharpie is that if you have a low temperature, sometimes it'll burn off even before your metal is annealed. And if you have a too high of a temperature, sometimes it won't disappear quickly enough. But this is just about right. You see the Sharpie has just disappeared. I have a clean spot where my flame is. The metal is oxidized when I take my flame away. And the reflective flame is orange. Okay, now I'm ready to quench and pickle and start forming.